Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to r/AmITheButthole, where our first potential butthole is user/holiday a-hole throw. I'd been dating my ex-fiancée Sarah for 4 years. We'd been planning to get married in November 2020, but I found out at the start of this month that she's cheated on me. She begged me to give her another chance, but I broke it off. The problem was that being cheated on is, in my mind, completely emasculating and humiliating, so I never told anyone that was the reason we broke up. For obvious reasons, Sarah also didn't tell people we broke up because she cheated. So, people have blamed me for the breakup, including my mum. They just see that I dumped her out of the blue. I've gone very strict no contact with Sarah after I discovered she was cheating on me. Sarah's been talking with my mum and has convinced her that if we could talk one more time, we would be able to reconcile. My mum has been applying hardcore pressure on me to talk with Sarah, but I explained that there's no chance we will never get back together. So tonight, I go over to my mum's place because she's hosting family for Christmas Eve. I'm there for a bit talking with my aunts and uncles and cousins when the doorbell rings and I can see it's Sarah. I ask what the F is going on, and my mum says she invited Sarah so we can work this out in the spirit of the holidays. I'm mad now because the only way to explain my side of the story is to tell everyone I was cheated on. Complete humiliation in front of my whole family. So as my mum goes to the front door, I go into the bathroom. My mum starts knocking on the door, saying that I need to come out and talk to my ex like an adult. I say F it, kick out the window screen and get in my car and go home. My mum called me a short while ago saying she's cutting ties with me over my behavior. She's really fixated on me jumping out of a window and that Sarah will always be a child to her. My sister called me after to ream me out for ruining Christmas. I broke down and told her that Sarah cheated on me, which is why I dumped her, and didn't want to see her under any circumstances. She called me a big butthole who was lying to cover for myself. Am I really in the wrong? And I've got so much to say about this one. First of all, breaking out of your mum's bathroom is a pretty god-tier move. And second of all, when I judge this story, I have to judge the situation at hand. And here I would give you not the butthole, because you know what really would have ruined Christmas? If OP had told everyone that Sarah had cheated on him. Our next post is by user/fair measurement. I'm a bit of a butt, I will admit, but hear me out. So today, I was at my parents' house to celebrate Christmas Eve with my side of the family, as this year I'll be spending Christmas with my girlfriend's family. Anyways, we opened presents up early this morning. Something I should note about my sister is that she loves her children, which is great, and I do love my nephews, but every year she gets me magnets, pictures, blankets, and pretty much anything she can plaster her kids on. While it's nice, I don't have a shrine at my house dedicated to them, and I know this might sound selfish, but I don't really want them as I don't know what to do with them. They end up in a drawer or something, cause one year she got me a large tapestry thing with her kids on it, and it was huge. Obviously, I didn't want to hang it up as it quite literally covered the entire wall. I never say anything to her as I don't want to offend her and ruin Christmas. So that's when I had the genius idea of doing the same thing but with my dog. I put him in a little tie, took his picture and put it in a frame. I love my dog as a child, so I figured I'd gift it to my sister. I also got her a $25 Starbucks card as she's obsessed with it, and I wasn't trying to be petty. Anyways, she opens it up and her face drops. Then she goes to me and says, "What the F am I supposed to do with this?" Without a thought I said, "Same thing as I do with yours. It'll look good on your coffee table." Long story short, she got mad. My family is pretty much on my side, except for a couple of people who thought it was funny. But in the end, dogs aren't comparable to humans, which I don't necessarily agree with and wasn't the point of the gift, but whatever. I thought it was funny, but I need unbiased opinions. Look, I don't want to say it. OP is sort of the butthole, sort of. OP's sister gets some useless gifts, and OP just does the same thing. Honestly, I think it's more funny than anything. Our next post is by user/DellsMagicFishies. So, I'm an alcoholic in recovery, and my sobriety has been pretty shaky over the holidays. I've been doing very well, but I'm at the stage where I have to be constantly on guard and don't allow myself to be alone around alcohol. I can get through a party just fine. I have a pocket breathalyzer and check in with a friend or my husband every hour or so. I went to a white elephant party last night with a group of friends and co-workers. We're mostly freelancers. Most, if not all of whom, know I don't drink anymore. And for reference, a white elephant is a gift exchange where everyone buys a gift, puts it in a box, and then everyone draws out a gift at random. They might not know why, but when a round comes up, they ask if I want a ginger beer or La Crue or whatever. So last night, it comes my turn, and of course, the gift I open ends up being 3 of those Smirnoff ornament bottles with different flavors of vodka. I twitch a little. My buddy who knows my deal gives me that "you're gonna be okay bro" shoulder punch. I'm like, these are cute, but y'all know I don't drink. Feel free to steal. No one stole it, and after the game, I tried to give it away to multiple people at the party. My friend left before I could ask him to take it. When I was going to leave, I asked the hostess G, "Hey, do you think you'd be able to regift these? They're really cute and I won't use them." She laughed and rolled her eyes and said something like, every time I host this thing, people try to leave stuff and I hate it. I started to say, "Well, you know I don't drink," and she kind of snapped at me and said, "Just give it away to someone else," and walked away. I didn't exactly want to tell her, "Hey, last month I drank a bottle of vanilla extract. I really don't trust myself alone with this in my car." I went to leave and hoped there would be a trash can outside close to her door, but nothing in sight. I left the box on her steps and made a mental note to apologize. The next morning, G sent an email thanking everyone for coming, but she would not be hosting next year. And she was disappointed people had taken advantage of her hospitality and left junk gifts at her place. Several people responded that they took their gag gifts home and whoever left stuff was a jerk. So, am I the butthole for leaving it? I could have flat out told her I have a bad drinking problem and was worried for my recovery, and she may have been more sympathetic. Honestly, OP, not the butthole. I really don't think you have to tell everyone about serious problems like these ones and that your friends should step in and help you. Our next post is by user/the STKeek. I married my wife Leah 2 months ago. I'm also a woman for the record. Leah's mum seems to have a problem with me, or my sexuality or something. Leah is bi, and her mum seems to wish she'd stayed with one of her male exes. So anyway, at Christmas, we were taking photos, and her mum was like, "OP, we want the photos to be family only." Leah started to protest like, "We're married, mum." But I didn't want an argument, so I said, "It's okay, I'll take the pictures." It was kind of cringy because Leah's sister's husband and cousin and his wife and son were there, so there were definitely spouses and children included. I was kind of annoyed and decided to not take the best ones. Just on purpose, focused the camera on the furniture rather than the people, snapped pictures zoomed in awkwardly close, used unflattering flash, didn't hold my hands steady so they were blurry, and took pictures on purpose when someone was looking away or coughing or something. Anyway, I took like 30 pictures and they ranged from bad to horrible. And I gave the camera back and said that I hoped they find a nice one to frame in there. After everything, Leah was angry on my behalf, said her mom had no right to treat me like that, and I didn't have to say it's okay when it was totally rude. And I just started laughing and told her what I'd done. We snuck down to the dining room later that night, and she lost it laughing at the pictures I'd taken. She even deleted some of the more decent ones. We're still waiting for her to plug her camera into the computer and see the pictures. We're planning on saying I tried my best, but didn't know how to use a DSLR camera if anyone says something. Am I the butthole for taking bad photos on purpose? Look, the mother, major butthole. OP, tiny little butthole, so pretty much not the butthole. Can I save that? Yeah. Our next post is by user/HMT5592. A little background info on the pay it forward chain. This is when the customer in front of you in a drive-thru pays for your order. The expectation is that you would pay for the person behind you and continue the chain. These are very common where I live, and some have even lasted long enough to get news coverage. This was one of those chains because of how busy this particular location was. I normally don't buy coffee, but I was out of creamer, but figured I would grab one on my way to go grocery shopping. It's around 7:30 AM, so it's understandably busy. There are several cars in front of me and behind me in the drive-thru. A minivan full of people is directly behind me. I order a medium coffee and proceed to the window. The woman at the window, who is decked out in Christmas accessories, including reindeer antlers, says excitedly that the person ahead of me had paid for my coffee and if I would like to pay the people behind me. I look at the amount of their order, which is shown on the base of the window to be $18.24. Had it been closer to the $2.50 I would have been paying for my coffee, I would have simply paid, but almost $20 was too much. I declined and took my coffee, and the woman gave me a scornful look and said in a tone I could only associate with disappointment, "Have a nice day." I didn't think too much of the situation until I discussed it with a friend later today. She said that I should have just paid it because it was Christmas and it's the season of giving and I was being a Grinch. I told her that I didn't think it was fair to have me pay almost 10 times as much for the sake of keeping some chain going. And OP, totally not the butthole. Pay it forward chains only work if people are ordering roughly the same amount. As soon as someone has to pay 10 times as much as they expected, that's it, take your free item and just end the chain there. Alright everyone, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this installment of r/choosing beggars. And if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for Reddit videos every second day. But with that said, that is it from me. I hope you all enjoyed, and all I want to do is see you all here next time. See you later, guys.